All this weight that you refuse to carry falls on me. Up to me to make the hard choices, to make sacrifices, to live alone.
It's not always so easy, Mags. You make decisions and you set them in stone.
You as in me, or you as in everybody?
You, specifically. I want to tell you what happened that night, okay? So you know what I was going through that night. Now these details I never really told anybody. I told you it was a bad night, but
But what?
So, the drug addicts. The neighbors had complained TV too loud, so we went over. And they were out of it, so we walked right in. The place is just filthy. Carpet's sticky, real dark. It's January, it's cold as tits, you know? So, I look around, you know, looking for the stash or whatever, and I'm in the laundry room, and well, I thought it was just a doll drop back there behind the washer. She must have... These scumbags. The heater was busted, right? No heat. These scumbags will put their clothes in the dryer to warm them and put them on. Kid must have just crawled back there behind the dryer. Must have been the only warm place in the whole house. She just lied down back there. Had pajamas on. A little hand on her chin. Just lying there. Behind the washing machine. A little lost girl. Dead. So I scooped her up. And like a doll made out of sticks, I can feel her ribs through her clothes. And her skin, Mags. Her skin is as cold as snow. So I'm holding her, you know, thinking about our Erica and how fucking delicate they are and how easy it is to just ruin them. And I opened up my shirt, put her in there, and I walked out of the house. And 2 uniforms found me on a swing set 3 houses down. I don't know how much time had gone by. But they had to pry her out of my arms, take her away, Mags. Now look, I had seen a lot of dark things on the job, Mags, God knows. And it had been building up, but this, it was like God reached into my heart and soul and pulled on a loose thread and just tore everything all open. And I couldn't scoop it back together. So I had a drink. And then another. And another.
You never could hack it. You always wanted to play that role and it was always bullshit.
What role?
Mr. Savior? You like rescuing people, but you can't shoulder the reality of it.
The job was getting me. I had nobody to unload to.
You couldn't have unloaded on me. God damn it, when did I not give you anything but my complete undivided attention?
What, talk to you instead of hitting the booze?
Yeah.
Boy, you really don't know a lot about alcoholism, do you?
Don't you hide behind that shit.
Oh, come on, Mags. Even before the drinking got out of hand, you and me had stopped relating to each other in any meaningful way.
So it's my fault? Fuck you!
No, look, I'm not saying that. Calm down, listen. I'm better now. I really am. You think I'm too weak to handle this Erica situation? I'm not. Go ahead, do it.
Go ahead and do what?
Unload on me.
With what?
It's gotta be something.
I don't... Actually, there is.
What?
I was cleaning out my car last week. And I stick my hand between the cushions and guess what I find?
What?
Lenny.
That little red superhero toy from the Happy Meal.
You remember, right?
Yeah, of course I remember. It's like the cheapest thing ever. It was like a best friend. She made a little house for it out of my hat box.
We buy a nice shit when we could afford it, but always came back to Lenny. Cheap-ass Chinese sweatshop made Lenny for years in her pocket.
I must have painted his eyes back on 50 times.
I didn't realize how poetic it was, her being in love with something so simple.
We were what? Barely drinking age.
She lost him right around the time we split up.
I know.
9 years old. And it was real fucking pain. As real as anything you and I are feeling right now, and I was so in my own world.
Hey, you had a lot going on.
I know, but still.
I, called McDonald's headquarters. They said they couldn't send another one. They moved on, so.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
That was really nice of you.